What it is, you guys, it is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist. Oh, I'm trying to get this phone right. That is rapping and painting for justice. Hoping. Because you got to hold your breath for justice. To see justice before all face too bleak. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, guys, I'm coming through today. June the 25th, 2025. So 6/25/25. Yes. Um Getting off of work not too long ago. I finally did it, y'all. I knew this day was coming, and this is the first time that I've done it. I told y'all before how and I even warned Marcello. So since 2020 shut down, they changed the way visitation is. So you cannot just show up to visitation. You have to schedule a visitation. And the shut-off time is on Wednesday at 5 p.m. sharp. If you're in the middle of the form at 5 and it turns 5:01, it closes on you and you cannot visit that week. So I kept telling Marcello, it is hard to remember it. It's one more tedious task to do. And I can understand why they were doing that, like having you sign up for visitation. I can understand why they were doing it during the 2020 shutdown, but it's no sense as to why they still do it. Because it's not like they make room, or because back then it was social distancing. They couldn't have too many visitors. It was reasons for it, but once they do something, they tend to not release it because it became better for them to have less visitors. I really believe, my opinion, that they were trying to cut people back from visiting so much. So that's a perfect way to do that. The less that family are in incarcerated people's lives, the more that they can do whatever they want to do. And I don't know, those, you can tell the difference in the way that the incarcerated citizens who have family members behind them doing their sentence, and that's visiting and that's dropping money on their book. You can tell how they're treated versus those that are not. So I finally missed the schedule. Like, I literally thought, and I tell you, I got it's too many spinning wheels. It's too much to do in life. I'm constantly running to this job. Nothing to show for it. So you already know that whole, like, thorn in my side about working for nothing. Working to live, living to work, hustling hard until it hurts. Working my fingers down to the bone, and once I pay my bills, ain't got nothing to come on with. So I'm struggling with that. Then I'm also struggling with, it feels like as I get older and the more I don't achieve any of my goals, it feels like I'm kind of like the sand through the hourglass, like I'm running out of time to fulfill the purpose that I was put on earth for. I would hate to go, for my life to be over and I have not fulfilled my purpose. But it's getting down to the wire because, even if I live to 100, I've almost lived half my life then. So a good portion of my life is behind me. And to still not have made the connection, not have made, so I struggle with that. Then is so many freaking bills. I'm trying to get my storage unpacked. I'm doing so much. I'm trying to figure out how to get myself out of debt. I got my grandchildren. I got my daughter. She going through stuff. I'm trying to help her so she don't get quite as far down in the hole that I am in. And it's just a lot. Caregiver to my sister, dealing with my own disabilities myself. It's just, it almost feels like it's too much. And I know they say God will not put more on you than you can bear. And if he puts it on you, that you can bear it. But it honestly feels like I can no longer bear the burdens that I have. I don't know. So it's too many spinning wheels. It's too many things happening. And that's just one more tedious task, having to remember to put in for visitation. And then there's a cutoff date. Like, I can see if the cutoff was by Friday or Thursday. Why is it Wednesday? Like, that's literally the mid of the week. So it is so many times that I'm like, I literally forget and remember at the last minute. And what I usually do, what usually reminds me, because I think I did remember it yesterday, and I was like, I should have put it in yesterday. And I don't know what got away from me. I had both grandbabies, and I think when a thought crosses my mind, I have to act on it then, or I'll forget, or I'll text it to myself. And when I open my phone, hopefully I see the text message. Or what I do when I'm at work, I would have wrote Viso in the palm of my hand. That's what I usually do when I come into work, or I'll try to just hurry up and do it now, rather than waiting and saying I have one more day to put it in. I'll try to, the moment I remember it, I'll just try to put it in, because it's so easy to forget. And this is the first time I literally forgot to schedule visitation. So the reason I forgot is because my days got thrown off. Like, y'all, I don't have no free time. I don't have time to even think whether I'm going or coming. I literally don't. And I've been trying everything to try to free up my life, but nothing's working. So y'all already know that story. Nothing's working. So it just be too much. It really is. So I knew that Monday we were celebrating. My sister wanted to take me and my daughter to Disney. She wanted to take me to Disney for my birthday, and I'm like, though I would love to go to Disney, it's going to be hard for me to go to Disney. First of all, I work at a theme park. Disney, after a day at Disney, you know how tired you are? Like, you can barely move, which I could barely move the next day after Disney, and I had to go clock in at the theme park. So it was not that easy. But so we didn't go the week of my birthday. So my daughter's birthday is June the 22nd. So I was like, we'll just go. She ended up saying that we'll go for my daughter's birthday. So that gave me a little time. And I always go into each week thinking I'm going to get myself ahead. And I never get ahead. It's like having the highest of hopes. And you just come out of each week heading back into the next work week with your tail tucked between your legs, because nothing took hold, nothing happened, no breakthroughs happened, so we ended up going to celebrate my daughter's birthday at Disney, Magic Kingdom. We had a good time. I was tired as jail, but that Monday is usually my day off. That's when I usually sit down. If I have a moment, I'll journal and I'll write down checklists. I told you I had to check stuff off because I'll forget stuff constantly. And it's like I have to do so many reminders. I try putting stuff in my phone, but if you snooze it, you'll forget. And then not only do I put things in my phone, I try to journal. But when you don't have time to go to your journal, you forget. And then I also write things in my palm of my hand. Like, it's so ridiculous. We should never be this busy. I feel like this is nothing but the plot of the enemy to make sure you never, ever have the time to realize and achieve your purpose. Become what you were destined in this world to be. To become what God put you here for. And everything in this this way that society works takes you from that. So if I'm out at a theme park on Monday and my days go like this, it literally was just Monday. Now we're going into Thursday. So time passes so fast. So that day that I would have been off getting things in order, I was out. And I always feel like when I do take a moment to have fun, something gets dropped, and it almost makes you feel like, oh dang, I should never take a moment to have fun, because if I do, I'm so far behind, number one. But if I do stop for a moment, I'm gonna forget something. It's so aggravating. I don't even know how to explain this situation, honestly. So most likely this video's not making sense to you, but I don't know. It's overwhelming. I just want a breakthrough in my life. Or, you know what else? If I can't have the breakthrough, I want the desire to be removed from my heart. I don't want it. Like, literally. I just want to be 100% okay. Nothing in my heart yearning for what I can't have. So Tuesday, I went straight to work, tired, barely got through that day. Then yesterday, my daughter, she was going to, I told her I'll struggle to pay for her to get a massage, because I got a massage for my birthday and she wanted one. How about, I'm thinking it'll take you 2 hours. She didn't come back until hours later. So the kids done scrambled my mind and everything. So that day got away from me. I barely got up this morning, got ready for work. And if I should have I should have wrote a note in my hand upon getting into work, or I should have tried to do it as I was walking into work, the visitation form. But I didn't. And then on my lunch, by the time lunch came, I forgot. It completely slipped my mind. And usually it's brought back to my remembrance before 5 p.m., but no. What ended up happening was I said I was going to take time to upload and delete so I can get all the videos from Magic Kingdom off my phone, because I can't even record. So once I get them off my phone, then I can, continue my content or whatever. So I said I'm not going to go home, because when I go home, I'm pulled every which way, and there's no concentration in my home, really. So for me to get things done, I have to get out and off to myself. So I said, I'm not even going to go home first. I'm going to sit down in the break room, upload these videos on their Wi-Fi, and then I'm going to walk the park and whatever, and then head home. So Marcello calls, and he's like, one of the first things, he's like, did you put in Visitation? I'm like, no, I didn't. And there's nothing you could do. That means you're not visiting this week. So, I don't know, the last hour, I kind of drove home like, I know he's disappointed, but, this is what we have to go through, because he shouldn't have did what he did, though he's wrongfully incarcerated. So, these are our punishments for what he didn't do. And this is the type of relationship we have to have. One that's in their hands, and I can see them when they approve me to see him. He can see me when I'm approved to come visit for a short, limited time per week. It's just, I'm just kind of over all of this. At some point, you get tired of paying for something you did not do. Like, I literally didn't do this, but I'm being drugged through the ringer with him, and he didn't even do this. So what is the purpose in our punishment? Like, that's what I need. I need the purpose, which it could be a purpose, but it just won't come together. It could have been a purpose for this struggle. If it was to, launch this or that, or even help the next person, but it's not really doing any of that. So it really feels like suffering for no reason. It feels like being punished for nothing. But all in all, guess I made peace with it. Guess God knew that I needed a break. It does get challenging getting off of work. We're actually going back to Disney this Saturday because we're celebrating my grandson's first birthday. So, God knows I would have been tired coming from Disney and then trying to jump back on the road and go to Visitation. So he knows better than I do. So possibly it was a reason. Plus, I'll, save the money for toll and for canteen this week. So possibly it's, I have to believe at this point that everything has purpose, because without a purpose, the things you go through just feel like torture. But if you knew there was a purpose in the end of it, you can better get through it. All right, guys, that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys later. I am off tomorrow, so I have 2 days off this week, tomorrow and Saturday. I do work Friday. So I'm going to try my best to catch up, like always. Have those hopes, but I do got 2 extra days that hopefully I can get a little leeway in getting ahead. All right, guys. It's your girl, Cadillac.